I'm awake, I'm alive, and my head doesn't even hurt. Yeah, no. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. This is a coffee chat, even though it's on the main channel, because today, I said, I don't care. I want to go in there. I don't care about breakfast. I don't care about, took my medicine, and that's about it. So, not to make you dizzy, but here's what we've done so far. Sorry about that's the daylight. That's me blocking the daylight. So this is what we've done sort of so far. The things that I have left out are this bag of like the tag labels. Because if you notice on my boxes, those are the kinds of labels that I use to identify the different boxes. And today, that's what I wanted to start on. I want to get the rest of the table figured out. I want to get, we got this laundry basket to empty out. There's just a few things in here, a lot of plastic bags. I bought this big canvas tarp from Walmart. Liz Fenwick DIY. She basically made really great pillows out of this, this natural material. And if you notice, all of my baskets that I have that are lined in that sort of canvas material. But I do have some baskets that aren't lined. And eventually it's going to be a sewing project to make liners for those baskets. That's all. Making a liner for a basket is so easy, and I think people think it's way more complicated than it is. You literally have to drape the fabric over the outside of the basket, pin it, and then sew it. And then it fits inside the basket. I mean, it's just that simple. I think the difference is you have to put the seams on the inside or use the double seam thing, but that's another thing. Or the hidden seam thing. But that's another thing altogether. Today, I'm excited about getting started. I am waiting for Jim is just changing out laundry. But I did say, let me wheel in and start vlogging. One of the things we have to do that we didn't do last time is get electricity. The electricity is behind this bottom shelf down here. And I said to him, after we put the doors up, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, these are the doors for the closet. I said I don't want the closet to have doors anymore. I want it to be open so I could see my stuff. And I was like, what a great idea to make this sort of like a nice topper with a little back thingy. It was originally just going to be like double layer. And then I was like, heck yeah, let's make like a backsplash. And side note, when I go to do projects, like it stands up there. My goddaughter made me this when she was really little, and I preciously treasure it. Like, I want to give it back to her so she could sign it, because she never actually signed it. So, I don't even know how well she was signing her name then. But she's going to be a famous actress on Broadway one day. I'm just saying. Anyway, I have a couple of things here that I still have to take care of, like this. I know exactly what I want to do with it. I just don't think it's going to happen today. We bought some more of the paper storage boxes, if you guys remember down there, those black and white check ones. I have one over there as well. We bought those paper storage boxes. Oh, you're gonna mess my hair up. Oh, see, you did. You floofed it. We bought 2 more of those paper storage boxes because I have a bunch of paper that I have to go through, and I promised myself I'll keep 4 boxes full of paper. Yes, sir.
We got 4 new ones, not 2.
You want me 4?
Mm-hmm.
That's so weird. Why? I said 2 or 6.
Well, they didn't have 6. I got you 4.
Oh, surprise. Oh, okay. Thank you. So I guess I get to keep 6 boxes worth of paper, but today I get to keep 6 boxes instead of 8. I mean, yeah, eventually, I don't know what I'm saying. Anyhow, I'm going to fill those and label them so I know what's where. That's important when you're organizing a lot of stuff. Yes, sir.
Nothing.
Oh, are you ready to get started?
Whenever you are.
Oh, Jim's ready to get started. I'm ready. Okay. Talk to you a little bit. So if you guys aren't aware of what the plans are, if this is the first time you're catching one of these videos, I used to have the table acted as my desk, and I had one of those bookcases on it, sort of vertical, and had some vertical storage, had some storage behind me, and that sort of thing. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to make the table completely well, mostly blank. And then what I'm doing instead is I'm making all of that stuff behind me, just really the stuff that I need to access on a regular basis, not glue gun, glue sticks, scissors, and that type of thing. So first thing we were doing, if you watched the last video, we talked about we're still doing this initial purge. What I mean by that is we're just doing an initial organizing of the stuff before we go through each individual category and make major purge decisions of what we just don't need anymore, what we just don't want anymore, and basically what was like, we have 17 of them and we don't need 17 of them. The other thing is, which I didn't really tell you guys yet, but I have my little idea notepads. And my thought was, as I go through the stuff, I'm going to jot down the ideas that I have for those things. And then mark next to the ideas which boxes have what items for it, if that makes any sense. So I do have a project cart. I think I mentioned that previously. We put it together. Jim and I, it was from Amazon. I mentioned it in a previous video. I really do like it, other than the fact that I thought it was entirely metal, and it's actually got plastic drawers, and the frame is all metal. So that's the only thing. I mean, it did come with some extra accessories that would makes it worth it value-wise. But so far, so good. I really do like it. What I was doing as I'm cleaning is I'm finding the few things that I know, the projects that I'm going to start with, like my kidney cancer awareness wreath and my car van stuff. And we're going to go ahead and put those things into the project cart as we find them. And that's kind of what the plan for that cart is. It's just like, hey, I don't want to find a home for my kidney cancer flowers because I know that they are going to be used as soon as I start crafting again. So I don't want to find a home for them, so I have to move them when I purge and then move them when I go to craft. I'm just going to go ahead and put them on that cart right away. So I've had this laundry hamper that sat on the back of it was the couch behind my craft area previously in the old office, or the carpeted office, for basically a really long time. And I kept like fabrics and stuff in it. But we decided to get away from all that, to make, as we downsize, we're going to go ahead and make nice, neat, organized, orderly sort of stations. We're going to have like a wood station, floral station, as you've seen the floral stations already, fabric station, and then, so on and so forth. And we're going to continue to do that as we go through. So the main thing that we had to take care of today is my table and the floor. On the floor was mainly things that needed to go into that closet, on the floor in that closet, but that on the floor in that closet was all of those storage bins that we were saving for this project. So what I had mentioned, and I think I'll talk about it a little bit in a little while, is that some of them we just don't need anymore. So what we did was we took the laundry basket, we wrangled up all of the storage pieces into the laundry basket, and that's going to all go to the giveaway, probably most likely to Goodwill or to a neighbor that is going through some organizing stuff. Now currently. So I did mention to Jim that I would like to possibly keep the gray stuff because most of our house is gray, and as we start to do other organizing around the house, we may need it. But for the most part, we're just getting rid of whatever we don't need and don't want. There's a couple of things that aren't from the Dollar Tree that I'm going to keep. Some things from Target and some things from the Dollar General that are sort of larger than the ones that you can get from the Dollar Tree. And let's face it, the ones from the Dollar Tree, the colors may come and go, but the sizes kind of always stick around, So we're probably just going to go ahead and give those away, as I mentioned. Now, as far as the table is concerned, if you guys have watched me over the years, this is kind of what I do. I take things that need to go to their homes, and I know that there might be other things that have to go to that home as well, and I kind of just stack them on my table. I also end up putting stuff on my table that doesn't quite have a home yet. So I kind of have these penny jars from the Dollar Tree. I call them, what do I call them? Penny candy jars. They're plastic though. I have, like I mentioned, I have glass ones around my house, but I got these plastic ones. And I know what I want to do with them. I don't have all of the things that I want to put in them out yet because they're kind of in boxes. But one of them that I wanted to do is I wanted to fill it with these like foam apples that I had gotten on clearance at Kohl's. And I wanted to put them in one of the jars. And I wanted to put them by my flowers. I have 6 baskets of flowers, and 3 of them are set back, and I have 3 of these penny candy jars that I thought one can sit in front of each flower basket for now. I also have some other wiry chicken wire baskets that need liners, but we're going to use them as temporary storage until we can make the liners. Not temporary storage. It's going to be permanent storage, but we know that they will eventually have liners, I guess is what I mean, okay? Now, there is no breaks for the weary. Jim's sitting down, and we're still working sitting down because I am on the move, girls and boys. I am just wanting to get it done, and I am motivated and moving and grooving. I am excited about the things that we're doing, getting rid of, figuring out where things go, figuring out what this is. My memory bank is shot, so that's a big part of it. And what I mean by that is I had this like bin, and I was like, where are these bins? And these bins are in my bedroom. And I knew that. I just couldn't remember that. That's all. So, yeah, okay. But just the little things, like everything needs to go away. And now that I have Jim just standing there, and you take everything to that side, I'll leave everything to this side. My brace is starting to get a little uncomfortable because I fit between the arms of the chair, but my brace doesn't. My brace got pushed up as I sat in the arms of the chair. So you can see it's a little high on me right there, and it's a little high under my armpits. So it's just a little bit more uncomfortable than I normally like. But it is what it is. And now we're deciding, I have this plate rack, and I knew I wanted to make it to hang my wreath forms. But we're just trying to figure out now how it is. And Jim's like, let me get my screw gun. I'm like, no, I don't want to hang it right now. I just wanted to figure where we go, if you think it would work, and so on and so forth. So as we're discussing it, we're planning. There is a whole basket of wreath forms still out in the kitchen that I just don't have the room for because I don't have a place to put those wreath forms just yet. So as we do, we will, and so on and so forth. So I have my grabber from the living room, like I mentioned last time, and it is so convenient when you can't bend over to have something that can help you pick stuff up. I am elated today at all of the work that is getting done. I'm taking a little breather, and now we're going to put together this rack that I got on Amazon. It was a Dave and Sissy deal. I believe I'm going to put the price down here because I don't remember if it was like $19.99 or like $24.99 or whatever, but I love it. It actually could be 4 separate baskets, or it could be 2 separate stack baskets, whatever it is. I really enjoy it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the base of it. It actually is 5 baskets total. We're going to put the base basket out in the kitchen for a fruit basket, which is originally what I intended to buy this for. And then we're going to take the other 4 and we're going to stack them 2 by 2 on my dresser with the fabrics in them. We're not going to do the fabrics today, but we are going to put the little metal thing together today. And I love getting these like outside of the box sort of things. Like, yeah, this is intended for this, and this, but I'm going to use it for X, Y, and Z. And I kind of like that. I like to keep my imagination open for storage so I can get different things for my needs, because it's sometimes you have, oh, this is perfect for holding fabric, but it doesn't fit your space or it doesn't fit your style or X, Y, and Z. So you could take something like this that's supposed to be like a food kitchen storage rack and make it to hold your fabrics and notions and such and such. So Jim was putting the feet on. He was like deciding it comes with feet or wheels. We were trying to decide, do we want feet or wheels? And I said definitely feet for the kitchen. It also has something called a water tray, which is basically if your fruit and vegetables just start to like become over ripened, they won't drip on your counter. They drip into this plastic water tray, which I thought was pretty neat. But otherwise, I asked him, I was like, can I put these parts together? And he's like, I guess you can. And I was like, thanks. And then I had to try to figure it out because he had the glasses on for the instructions. So, I'm my father's daughter. I had to figure it out on my own. And that's okay with me. I didn't mind that. And I'm looking and I'm like, no, this might be backwards. Let's see. I don't know. It doesn't quite fit. This is too small. This is too big. You have to stretch it. But that's pretty much what it is. It's going to fit tight. So basically you have to bend the metal in a little bit, which kind of acts like a spring type system. Do you know what I mean? So you just get that oh yeah. Pull, push, push. Get it. Yeah, got it. Whew. It's the little things in life that get me going. So, trying to decide if we're gonna do 2 high, 4. I wanted 2 by 2. Jimmy was like, "Let's do 4 high," and I was like, "No, let's just do 2 by 2." I have room on my dresser, on the dresser for the fabric, and that's what we're gonna end up doing, and that's what we ended up doing. And I think that it's gonna work out really well, and I can't wait to. Hopefully tomorrow, Jim's hoping we can get in there tomorrow and finish up this initial kind of organizing and then start to purge tomorrow, which I'm pretty excited about. My home health aide did say don't do any purging without her, but we can. It's okay. I'll make sure I save everything for her to look at. So, teamwork is the dream work. Jim and I communicated very, very well during this project. He was super excited that I was super excited. And I know that that's kind of something that doesn't always happen. A lot of times we ebb and flow opposite of each other, kind of like we yin each other's yang, if that makes any sense. Basically, when I'm in a great mood and energized, he's sometimes dragging his feet. But every once in a while, when the stars are aligned and Jesus has our back, we're on the same page and we can get a lot of work done when we work together. So it's very, very exciting stuff. So besides this, we also worked on these cubies that are behind Jim. I have, so there is ribbon baskets up at the top. And then we're trying to figure out, I thought the basket that has the ribbons in it fit inside these cubbies. And Jim said, nope, not quite. So we're going to have to figure something else out instead. We always do. So finally, after 20-something years, I'm going to take the ribbon off this basket. I know, it's crazy. I believe that I made this basket when I met Jim, which was a few years ago. As a matter of fact, the day that I'm filming this on July 3rd would be 23 years ago that I met him online. So, yay for us. So in this cubby there that I'm reaching for, I have one of the new wire baskets that I have to make a lining for, and I kind of put like labels in there the other day. I know you guys didn't get to see that, but I'm trying to decide like about ribbon. So that's the basket that I thought would fit in there, and it doesn't, which I'm kind of disappointed about, but it is what it is. So what I'm going to do instead is I have these flat baskets of mesh and farmhouse ribbon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the mesh one down, and then I'm going to eventually get the risers from the Dollar Tree that go over and hold plates, 2 layers of plates or such. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 2 baskets that are the same, and I'm going to make almost like drawers. I am going to look for them in a different color, though, just so you guys know. I have them in red. Nothing else in my office is red. It doesn't really go. But for now, I think this is what we're going to do. Because I said so. It's my office and I said so. But Jim is actually checking for me now because I was pretty sure I had 2 of them in his office. But he reminded me that we used them in the bedroom. So we are out of them. I'll have to pick up some the next time I'm at the Dollar Tree. So a few of these cubbies still have things that need to get put away. Like one of the top cubbies has stuff that we just kind of like shoved in there until we could figure out if we have any more of them. Will it have a special home? It's X, Y, and Z. This ribbon basket up at the top, I'm not really sure if I'm loving it. I did have these in the flat basket on the couch behind where I sat. And I'm not really loving the fact that they're not like out in the open. So we're going to probably work on something different for them in the future. Plus, when we go to purge them, we'll see exactly what kind of storage space we will need once we're all done. But the thing about ribbon is you can very rarely use it more than once, you know? So I think that's going to be it for now. And here I am. Woo, that was fun. What did we do different? here, pretty much nothing. Like, I don't know, pretty much nothing, right? Yeah. We still have to do the electricity, so we'll get to that. I didn't do anything with my paper storage, as you know, but here's what we did do. Look, an almost entirely clean table. For some reason, I can't find where all my rope is. I know it's somewhere. We have boxes that aren't labeled. We have things that are like, still have to be purged, so it could be with like items that I just don't know. So right now, I just have it in this basket. I finally took the Valentine's Day ribbon off the basket from 20 years ago. I actually think I made this basket when I met Jim, to be honest with you. So let's see. Still have the stuff on my desk. Didn't deal with any of that yet. Didn't deal with the letters because I know what I want to do with them, but I don't have the space right now. This is the book that I made the book art with, and I undid it and made it into a book again because maybe we could do a different book art. But right now, the rubber bands are just keeping it, trying to press it closed. So we have the project cart started with the projects that I'm going to do first. Basically stuff for the van, my wreath, and my kidney cancer awareness wreath. However, there is a project that I'm going to do first, but I don't have any of the stuff out for that. So that's why the bottom one's kind of like empty. What did we do? We filled one of the candy jars with apples, somewhere around this vicinity, right there. Right there. So we filled one of the candy jars full of apples that I bought at Kohl's on clearance a couple of years ago. Let's see. We have put these baskets together that we're going to move the fabric. So I'm going to take the fabric out of those two oval things and from underneath it. And we're going to purge it and then store it in those little baskets on top. What do we do here? We basically made this cubby into like more ribbon. And then up there, we put those wiry baskets because I wanted to have all the wiry baskets up there for when I'm done. Like I said, I'm going to make liners for those eventually. That's on my project list. So it doesn't seem like a lot, but we did a lot of planning. We did a lot of cleaning off of the table. And basically, I'm excited because we're just one more step closer to doing it and getting it done and being creative. I think I've mentioned this to you guys 1,000 times. My brain is either creative or organized. And right now I've got to push it into organized mode because I can't create in a space like this just now. You guys have seen me create plenty. You've seen me create in this space and you've seen this space when it's finished. So I love that. I almost wish we can keep 2 chairs in here because I would love to be able to like sit across from somebody and craft with them. That'd be so great. But we'll see. Another day. Oh, you know what we did? The closet and the floor. Duh. So all those storage bins. I kept some that I think I'm still going to use. I have an idea of where they're going to go. And then we put the rest of them in that laundry basket to give away. I don't know if Jim wants to keep the laundry basket. Like, we didn't discuss the laundry basket. But we definitely did discuss the stuff inside the laundry basket. I did tell him that I did want to keep the stuff that's gray. I don't have very much left that's gray. Because we've kind of been using them throughout the house. But because most of my house is gray, it will blend in with whatever decor I have. So there's just a few of like the sort of, I want to say punch tin, but they're not tin, they're plastic. The die cut, the punch plastic. You guys know what I'm talking about. I have a few of those and like a few of the locker size bins. So, we'll see. You know, we're discussing back and forth about what we want to do. I'm not going to use them in here, but we definitely have other spaces in the house that we still have to deal with. We still have to deal with everything in the kitchen and organize those drawers. And I was thinking, the reason I was thinking about those is I think they'd be great for organizing those big drawers that I have in the kitchen. So that's where we're at. I'll take you along every time we do some cleaning and organizing because why not? And I feel really good. My back is burning from a little bit of pressure. This chair's arms are pushing the brace up. As you can tell, it's kind of here. And you can see like it's empty here. That means it's supposed to be pushed down. But it is what it is right now. And I'm trying to do what I can. So we'll see if what the next thing is. What the next thing is Jim wants to do. And what the next thing is we're going to end up being able to do. So I'm really excited about that. And thank you for coming along with me. I really do appreciate you guys. And look what I can do. Yay, create. Listen, I love you. If nobody's told you today, you're loved. You're so very loved. I love you. The universe loves you. You need to love yourself just as much, okay? All right, because it's the most important thing. You can't love others if you don't love yourself first. All right, okay. If nobody's told you that you're loved, you can always come by and hear how much I love you, okay? All right. And as always, you guys, take care. God bless. We'll see you next time. Bye.